Liz and Kristen trying to write a book. Wordsmith at work.
Hi, Kristen. Okay, I know we don't usually communicate via video, but I have an idea and I really like it. And I'm going to put it on a video. And this video is currently private, so don't worry, no one else is seeing this. But if you like my idea, you can make it unprivate and we can share the whole world. Okay, so I kind of have a secret and I kind of have a plan. And I'm going to steamroll you into joining me, my secret and my plan, and doing this with me. All right, so let me backtrack. I know that you've had a not great experience with publishing, and I'm not going to, tell your side of the story, but it's also not that uncommon for publishing to not be a great career all the time. Every single person I know who is in publishing, who has books published, who don't even have books published, who have written books that have yet to be published, everybody has this experience with rejection, this experience with the horrifying silence of nothing when you write a book and you pour your soul into it and nothing happens from it. We all know what that's like. And we all know that publishing can be really, really hard. And it can be extra hard when personal things come up. To give my own example, in 2020, when the entire world was locking down from a global plague, I wrote a book about a plague. It didn't do well at all. I had actually written the book before that. It's called Give the Dark My Love. And then the sequel, Bid Myself Farewell, because it was a 2-book deal. I had these books written before the plague hit. And then they came out during the plague and they tanked terribly, like really, really bad. And I actually didn't even have much of a focus on how poorly those books did, even though they did really not that well, because I was also experiencing my own sort of personal tragedy at the time. My husband, who had in his 30s, was pretty healthy, suddenly had a bad thing happen and he needed a heart transplant fast or he was going to die. And I also had a child who was in preschool and going into kindergarten and a global pandemic and a career tanking and all that shit hit the fan all at once. And I really thought my career as a writer was over. And I during that time, in between hospital visits and driving to the hospital visits, because there was only one hospital in the entire region that could see and treat my husband, during all that time, I wrote a science fiction novel that I love, that everybody hated, and it was soundly rejected. And then I wrote an adult historical novel that I love, and everyone hated, and it was soundly rejected. And I wrote dozens of pitches for books, none of which hit. That was probably rock bottom of my career. Like, I did not think I was going to bounce back from that. I got a job at a garden center. So I was like, well, I can't sell a book. I might as well make some wreaths and sell those at a garden center. And that's what I did for a year, more than a year. It was a lot. And one of the things I was really mourning was this idea that I was going to have to give up Wordsmith Workshops, which we worked together on, as you know. Wordsmith Workshops was your brainchild, and you came up with it when we were both shiny new debuts, and we had gotten the red carpet treatment from our publishing houses. And we were at the top of our game and everything was great. And we said, let's make a workshop retreat program where we can teach what we wish we had known before we were published. And we can talk about the truth and we can talk about the realities of publishing and writing and editing, the craft and the business side of it. And so we came up with Wordsmith Workshops. And at the time of the plague and my career tanking and all that stuff happening, I thought I was going to also have to give up Wordsmith Workshops because I felt like a fraud. I wanted to write, but I wasn't being successful at it. So what right did I have to teach anymore? Why should I be a part of this great community that we had built over years and years and years if I had nothing to contribute? And you, Kristen, showed up for me during that time. And you believed in me even when I didn't believe in myself. And now it is my turn because I believe in you, even though I know you don't believe in yourself anymore. And that's where this idea comes into play. So here's what I'm going to propose. Let's write a book together. Let's write a book together and also vlog about the entire process from idea to finished project to the submission process. I don't have an idea for a book. I don't know what genre it's going to be. I don't have a plot. I don't have characters. I don't have a world. I don't have a concept of anything except that I want to write a book with you. And I want to put it out for the whole world to see us as we do it so that we can talk about the process and we can talk about our hopes and our fears and, group therapy via podcast and figure out what we're doing together and let everyone else, peek behind the curtains and see it. And slightly, this is for accountability because if we put this on the internet and you unprivate this video and everybody gets to see it, you have to do it. But it's also partly for just the fun of it and being open about it because I know that's something you're really passionate about. And I know that's something that will help us jump this hurdle of getting a book out there. So if you're into this idea, make me a video and tell me you're in. I know you want to be. And actually, I know you hate it. And I know you're not going to see this until nighttime anyway. And probably all our videos are going to be me in the morning and you at nighttime. And you being super, super grumpy at me the whole way. But it's going to be great. And it's going to be fun. And we're going to write a book. And maybe it doesn't get published. And maybe nobody wants it. But I want it. And I think you want it too. So let's write a book together.